For years and years and years and years, I have gaslit myself into thinking that disappointing someone else is way worse than disappointing myself. Ignoring what I want because I was convinced that what they need holds a higher importance in my life than what I need. But that and them. I'm not doing that shit anymore, and you shouldn't either.
Girl, wake up.
Do you know how many times I've let little sly comments slide just because I didn't want to ruffle their feathers or trigger them even more? Sacrificing my peace to keep the peace while I'm in an active war zone. Like, imagine that. Sitting there overthinking and internalizing what they said. Meanwhile, they get to move on scot-free. Biting your tongue when they're the ones who hurt you. I had a friend tell me that she thinks that I always steal the spotlight, that I always try to make the attention be on me, which is wild coming from her because when I first met this woman, she would always find a man's neck to be on when we were at the clubs. I'm not even being dramatic. And I'm not shitting on her. I'm so happy that she brought this to my attention, but old me would have been afraid to say something to her. I would have started thinking, yeah, you know what, she's right. Dial back my personality, change who I am. Me now, I started asking questions. I said, can you bring some receipts? Like, when did I make you feel like that? Can you give me explicit examples so I can clock the behavior and maybe move better moving forward? I'm not even doing it to pick a fight or put her on the spot. I just genuinely want to know what I did wrong. But people pleasers, they're too afraid to say anything. They just shrug it off, but they're the ones who are gonna have to deal with it, repeating that statement in their head, questioning all the times they've said anything, done anything. You think being silent is gonna make them think, oh, she's so chill, she never really starts any problems, this, that, the fourth. No, they just clocked you as a pushover little bitch who they can do whatever they want and say whatever they want to. So you better not be surprised when they... Give me a sec. Girl, wake up hotline.
Hey, Trees. I'm so annoyed. I had my whole weekend planned out, but my aunt asked me to run some errands for her, and I have stuff to do for myself. But she literally does so much for me. Should I just do it?
Let me get this straight. When someone else needs something from you, it becomes a life or death situation where you gotta move with speed. But when you need something for yourself, it becomes optional. Now, how in the hell does that make sense? It's genuinely so sad that so many people think that being a good person requires you to forget about yourself, requires you to put everybody else on a pedestal, while you don't even give yourself a second thought. I'm all for being a good person. Lending a hand when someone needs it, doing a favor when you have the bandwidth to do it, but you gotta learn to draw the line when it comes at the cost of yourself. Some people would literally rather self-neglect than hurt somebody else. But what about you? What about your feelings? What about your wants? What about the things that you need? Why should you be walking around on eggshells while you throw everybody else a damn parade? I can't even believe there was a time where I thought saying no was an evil thing. Who knew that saying a 2-letter word could throw you into a literal mental spiral? And if I did get the balls to say no to somebody, I always had to follow it up with an intricate explanation as to why. Giving them a 10-page paper and a multi-slide PowerPoint with annotations just to reason and explain to them that I'm not a shitty person. But who the cares if they think you're a shitty person? Okay, your thoughts about me are your thoughts. Saying no to someone isn't being self-centered. It's self-preserving. Wake the up. You're so quick to satisfy everybody else and make them happy, but what about your happiness? Why don't you value yours as much as you value theirs? I don't know if you missed the memo, but your time and energy are yours. You get to decide how they're spent. You decide how they're used, not somebody else just because you want to appease them. Let's be real, I would so much rather... Please hold. Girl, wake up hotline. What's the damage?
Hey, Trees. I feel like my friend went way too far and embarrassed me in front of our mutual friends the other day. But when I said something, she clapped back and made me feel like the bad guy. So I apologized. It didn't even help because she's still mad. What do I do?
Girl, wake the hell up. At this point, you better just remove sorry from your vocabulary if you don't know the appropriate time to be using it. Because why are you sorry? She wasn't sorry when she embarrassed you. She wasn't sorry when she called you out your name in front of everybody else. She wasn't sorry when she manipulated everybody else into thinking you were the bad guy. So what are you sitting here feeling guilty for? The only thing you need to be sorry for is tolerating people's bullshit for way longer than you really should be doing. Genuinely, why do you care if they're disappointed? Why do you care if their feelings are hurt? You better start letting people endure and stay in silence and just take it the same way that you do trying to please them. Sorry to break it to you, but that's life. You can't satisfy everybody. You can't please everybody. And if you try, you're gonna end up putting yourself on the damn back burner. Which is crazy work because guess what? You're here to live for you, not them. Yeah, setting boundaries may mean that some people are disappointed. Some people are gonna be sad. Some people are gonna be mad. Some may even want revenge against you, but still not your problem. Disappointing people because you let them down is not the worst thing that can happen in this world. The worst thing is you being burnt out and resentful because you thought pleasing other people was more important than pleasing your damn self. And once you get this in your head and you put yourself on the pedestal in your own life like you should have been from the start, people will start to call you selfish. They'll call you self-centered. They'll say you care about nobody else but yourself. And honestly, good. That just means that the switch up is working. That just means that you finally realize that you really don't have to put other people above yourself in your own life. And girl, that's the whole point.